Can I sue my bank or mortgage lender for screwing up my credit report? My name is Michael Wasylik. I'm a Florida foreclosure defense attorney here at Ricardo and Wasylik here in Florida. And together with my partner Jason, we help people just like you overcome foreclosure and debt collection with dignity. And today I'm answering the question of whether you can sue your bank for screwing up your credit report. Now, there are a number of complicated laws that govern the credit reporting agencies, your credit score, how it can be reported, what kind of information may be contained in it, and what you can do to people who damage your credit score. And generally speaking, there are certain types of things that do actually allow you to sue for a damaged credit report, even if it's caused by a foreclosure. Before I get to those things, you need to know that most of what people think of as the damage to the credit report in a foreclosure is not going to be recoverable, because if the bank is accurately reporting to the credit reporting agencies an accurate amount, accurate age of your debt, and accurate age of any behind payments, then generally speaking, the damage that's done is not going to be something you're going to be able to sue for. But there are certain types of things that you can sue for if you are concerned about your credit score and the damage been done to them by a bank or by some other creditor. Now, again, the Fair Credit Reporting Act is a very complicated statute. There are many things you have to do to set up a claim properly. But here's the basic types of things that we would look for to determine if you have a valid lawsuit against a bank, creditor, or a credit reporting agency for damaging your credit score. First of all, there has to be some kind of inaccurate or obsolete information in your credit report. How do you know that? First of all, you have to look at your credit report. If you haven't done that, I'll tell you in another video about how to get your free credit report so that you can determine whether there's anything in it that's inaccurate or obsolete. But first of all, there has to be something objectively wrong. It has to be something fairly straightforward. In order for it to be an objective inaccuracy, it's something that needs to be easily explained. So for example, you might have an entry on your credit report that doesn't belong to you. It's not your debt. Like maybe you have a common name, like you're John Smith Jr. and somebody named John Smith III has a credit report. It's not yours. They mixed it up in your credit file, and it's not your debt. If you have what's called a mixed file inaccuracy in your credit report, then you have a right to dispute that and to sue if the dispute is not corrected. Now, what are other types of objective inaccuracies you might see in your credit score or credit file? Identity theft. If someone has stolen your personal information and used it to rack up debt that's not yours, then yes, you can get that removed if you dispute it and sue if they don't remove it. But that's another objective inaccuracy. That is a identity theft situation. Thirdly, if a bank is misreporting or a creditor is misreporting the amount of the debt, if they're inflating it, if they're reducing it, any type of inaccuracy can cause damage to your credit report. And so if that inaccurate amount is being reported, that is another type of objective inaccuracy that can be disputed and sued over. Lastly, you might see something like, and this is not the entire range of things, this is just some of the ones that come to mind. Lastly, you might see that the bank is inaccurately reporting the time for which a debt has been behind. So for example, if you missed a payment in January of this year, but they're reporting it for 6 months prior to that, that's an objective inaccuracy. They're misreporting how old the debt is and how old the missed payments are. And by the way, that can come into play even if they're doing it the other way. They're reporting a delinquency that's shorter than normal, because at the end of 7 years, most debts are required to fall off of your credit report. So if the bank is misreporting the date of any delinquency for any reason, that is another objective inaccuracy. Now, what do you need to do in order to set up a lawsuit if you've got one of those objective inaccuracies in it? Well, you need to properly dispute it. There are letters, form letters available that show you how to properly dispute. If you would like a copy of one of those, give us a call, 352-567-3173, and we can provide to you the form that you can use to dispute the inaccuracy. Then, once you dispute the inaccuracy, you're going to do that by mail. We're going to recommend you send it by certified letter. Once you dispute that inaccuracy, then the next step is that the credit reporting agency has time to investigate and respond to it. And notice I said the credit reporting agency, because the dispute that you make has to go first to the credit reporting agency. Now, the credit reporting agency will come back and they will do one of a few different things. One is they will report back that they've verified the debt is accurate, and that is the case where if you still think it's inaccurate, you may have a right to sue. Two, they may come back to you and say, we have confirmed with the original creditor that the debt is not accurate. Three, they may fail to respond at all, and that's another basis for a lawsuit. Or four, they may respond that we've contacted the creditor, we cannot verify, therefore we are correcting or removing the information as you've requested. Now, in that last case, you've got any inaccuracies fixed, but you don't have a lawsuit. But if the credit reporting agency fails to respond to you, fails to conduct a reasonable investigation, or fails to update information that is objectively inaccurate, then in many cases you're going to have a right to sue that credit reporting agency. And if they relied on inaccurate information provided by the original creditor, the original lender, you'll have a right to sue them as well. So that's the type of thing you want to look for in determining if you have inaccuracies in your credit report that are not properly handled on a dispute. Now, there's a third ingredient in the mix, and that's that you have to have damages. So in most cases, damages have to be some type of negative credit event that results from your bad credit score. If you apply for a loan and you're denied or have increased interest rates, that's a negative credit event. If you have some kind of, that's a damage as well. If you have the inability to get a home and you have increased rent because you're renting someplace, that's a potential damage. If you have any other type of, like a job loss, anything like that, any type of negative thing that happens to you because of your credit score, because of the inaccuracies in your credit score, that gives you damages. So if you have an inaccurate score that is not fixed on dispute, or an inaccurate item that's not fixed on dispute, and you have damages that result from that inaccuracy, you will likely have some type of lawsuit against either the credit reporting agencies or your original lender, or possibly all of them, in order to fix the damage that's been done for screwing up your credit report. So if you would like to know more about how to properly investigate, set up a credit dispute claim, a credit report claim, please give us a call. My name is Mike Wasylik. My partner Jason, Ricardo, and I would love to talk to you. Our number is 352-567-3173. That's 352-567-3173. Give us a call. When you do, we will give you a free 30-minute appointment to go through your claim with you. Mention this "Can I sue my bank for screwing up my credit report?" video. We'll give you that free 30-minute appointment to tell you whether we think you have a claim, whether it makes sense for us to work with you to sue your credit reporting agencies or your original furnisher. So give us a call. Again, the number is 352-567-3173. Jason and I look forward to talking to you. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.